This transition would have been a lot funnier if I'd actually done the proper editing last time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were perhaps a little bit more privy to this than we should have been.
Pay no attention to the man behind the television.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the power sparking thing that we were supposed to do last time.
This is the last time we need to power up the projection screen generator, at least when it comes to the main quest. I previously mentioned that there was a optional side content that required 30 power sparks. We're not going to be seeing that until we're done with Bog Easy.
Oh, wait, another idea, like, maybe if you got all the power sparks, you could have opened up, like, a bonus world or something. That also could have been cool.
Well, I mean, I don't give away what happens, but it's kind of like that. Anyway, this is based on Lonesome Ghosts, actually a relatively well-known cartoon from 1937, released just a couple of days after Snow White. The plot of this one is that Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are, well, let's just call it what they are. They are Ghostbusters, the Ajax Ghost Exterminator Company. Although the twist of this particular cartoon is that the ghosts in the manor actually haven't seen anyone in a long time, and so they call the Ghostbusters over as a prank, basically.
I see, so they called in the Busters on themselves.
Also, because I died here, that means that for whatever reason, when I didn't pick up the film reel, or rather, it didn't, because I picked it up in that previous take. But don't worry, I got the film reel off screen.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And all of these ghost designs are from Lonesome Ghosts as well.
Interesting. So if you've never seen the short, then you're gonna be fairly lost as to like why these guys look to be like I guess ghostly looking like ringleaders or something, like whatever those guys are called, ringmasters.
I mean, they're just ghosts. Having the background is helpful, but I don't think it's necessary.
Just the design, it's not typically what you expect to see in a ghost, is all I'm saying.
I agree. They kind of look like snowmen from a distance.
So, got a bit of a capsized boat here.
Yep. The sunken steamer, as it's called. Well, I don't know what that is, but apparently it's important to somebody. I mean, this is actually based on the boat owned by Madame Medusa in The Rescuers from 1977.
Oh.
Of which the more well-known Rescuers Down Under from 1990 is a sequel.
I see. I actually never saw either of the Rescuers films.
Good movies. I highly recommend them.
Now, there's a guy named Lewis who could really use that badge of courage, but Mickey woke up choosing violence, and he has decided to sell out this person he's never met. I'm sure that whatever happens to them, it'll be okay.
Huh.
I mean, it's not like we'll be seeing Lewis or anything.
I mean, I suspect that we will be seeing Lewis, and perhaps he will be, a bit mad that he had lost it.
They really nail the foreboding.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, Bog Easy is... I mean, it is definitely on the large side, but given that most of it is a thinner pool, I don't necessarily think we could really count it as being like on the same scale as the maps from Ventureland.
Well, swamp levels in platformers are never typically a lot of fun. Usually it is just like, like you're platforming around a bunch of instant kill soup.
Well, it's a good thing that not only is the soup around here not instant kill, but also you can sail across it with a double jump glitch.
And look on the bright side, it's not ice physics.
Yeah, there are no ice physics. In fact, concepts like ice are entirely foreign to the tunes of Wasteland. There's a little side quest we'll tackle once we get to Lonesome Manor in the next video.
It is interesting, like, previously we were just getting all chummy with pirates, and now we're becoming pals with ghosts without really worrying too much about it.
Say what you will about Mickey, he's at least quick to try and make friends with anyone he finds, even if he hurts them, it's usually by accident.
I see. So it's another plot where folks from another place are in the city hub place, and so we need to get them back where they came from.
Yep, exactly. And we've also had multiple of animatronic friends. In the past, we've had animatronic Goofy, we've had animatronic Daisy, and as has been alluded to before, it's in Bog Easy where we will find animatronic Donald Duck.
Oh no!
Oh, I look forward to this.
But before we meet up with Donald, let's go and torture that other guy who lives in the Lonely Shack. That shack is actually based on another old decrepit shack that you see like in the very corner of one section of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland.
Interesting. Bit of an odd thing to base an entire quest around, but I guess I can dig it.
It's just a location, not necessarily the quest itself.
Actually, now that I think about it, are we still, like, on the prowl for, like, rocket parts or something? Like, I thought that we accomplished the goal of getting rocket parts back in Tortuga.
Oh no, it's Lewis! And now we're gonna scare him, but it's far too light out. Just to be sure, throw a TV sketch down there. You don't have to do that, but I thought it was better for setting the scene. Okay, now that his lights are out, we can actually properly scare Lewis. This is just not his day.
I suppose it is appropriate that we're doing these quest lines here in October.
Yeah, it is October 1st.
The Halloween standards here.
And I totally planned that out.
We are Halloween adjacent. That's fine enough.
Well, looks like whatever side quest potential Lewis had has just been completely shot. It's a good thing we'll be helping the ghosts.
So, we wouldn't have the quest to scare Lewis if we actually gave him his badge, right?
No, I don't think so. Actually, no, I can't remember. Anyway, there's Lewis's radio here.
What in the... Like, why is the, That looks like the most terrifying teeth I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, that is the radio from Through the Mirror. Apparently Lewis has a copy.
I guess I do recall, like, that, yeah, around that time in animation, basically everything could, like, move around and dance and things like that, like... Every single prop was could be basically alive in these shorts.
Here's one hint for you, Millicent. If the door is made out of tune, you can't get inside.
Oh, no.
Behold, the majesty.
Face of true evil.
Huh?
If ever there was a time that Donald's anger was justified, I think it's now.
Kind of like how Mickey was just so used to the routine, he basically just walked through it on his end without needing any prompting.
Donald fits in perfectly with this world. He even has the one extra word text box. Anyway, the Bog Easy is obviously based off of New Orleans Square. That's the area in Disneyland that has Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and a couple other things it used to have. It also has a stop on the main Disney Railroad that's inside the park.
Oh, choices.
I would not want to stand in the way of a wrathful librarian, so I think we're going to return that book to her.
Or we could make the other guy do it.
Over here is just a power spark lying around. I don't know why that's there, but I'm not complaining.
Evil... No, just crazy pipe organ. I was gonna make some sort of a Beauty and the Beast 2 reference, but I'm not sure it would exactly fit.
Well, once we meet up with that pipe organ, there may actually be some connection to the Beauty and the Beast sequel.
You're kidding me.
Well, I mean, you would think that in an area for long forgotten tunes, that there would just be like a dedicated area just for the direct to video Disney sequels.
Oh no.
That's really what they should do with like an Epic Mickey 3.
Oh, like make the victim what, Abysmal?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
At this point, I've forgotten you actually have to turn on the lights. That makes the ghost go away. That white e-ticket was a trap.
And you fell for it.
Yep. Hook, line, and sinker. So, some other things about Lonesome Ghosts. There was actually it's meant to be an entirely different storyline involving Pete as a gangster who was using the manor as his hideout. And the idea being that Pete had concocted this hoax about ghosts so that no one would bother to come by the manor and discover his hideout. That was that plot was scrapped. Part of the reason why it took so long to get through development. This was one of the last of Mickey Mouse shorts that was directed by Burt Gillette, who also directed Shanghai. He also directed Ye Olden Days, which is a short that we'll be seeing a little later into the game. There's a 2D level based on that. Lonesome Ghosts has inspired levels in several other Mickey Mouse video games as well, including Mickey Mania, Magical Quest 2, Mickey's Wild Adventure, and Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse.
Dang, bit of an influential short then.
What can I say? There's a reason why the Haunted Mansion is such a classic video game level. I love this cutscene.
I am very glad that they are doing a horror-themed level. It wouldn't be a 3D platformer without it.
If this game had been made, like, maybe 10 years later, through all of these Disney acquisitions, does Disney own the rights to the Evil Dead franchise? Because I could see a world themed around that in a more teen-rated Epic Mickey game, perhaps.
They don't, but in a weird sort of way, they own the rights to Alien.
Oh.
Oh, that could be an idea.
Yeah, I could see that working.
Yeah.
And keeping with the Forgotten theme, they could do the, I don't know, either the swimming xenomorphs from Alien Insurrection, or
Alien Resurrection.
Or Alien Resurrection, sorry.
Yep.
Or maybe the wooden prison planet, or monk planet from Alien 3, whichever that was.
It was a prison planet, but everyone was bald, yes.
Yeah.
And of course, we're in a graveyard. We're gonna get graveyard jokes.
We can take that a step further. That technically makes Newt a Disney princess.
Yes, and the xenomorph.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts 4, Newt will be the next Princess of Heart.
You know, one world that I kind of wish they would do in Kingdom Hearts? Mary Poppins.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes! Yes, that would be so good, please. Mary Poppins World in Kingdom Hearts 4.
I might actually start playing Kingdom Hearts if they do that.
Well, I mean, some of these jokes are better than others.
Yeah, well, they can't all be winners.
It's the Mad Doctor. He's upset you desecrated all those graveyards. Or gravestones.
All right, this guy is in this game, isn't he?
Yeah.
I stole this from Dr. Wily!
I mean, we haven't seen him since, what, like the first few cutscenes?
Yeah. He is a villain, a proper villain all of a sudden. He wasn't just the tutorial boss. The next game I'm Let's Playing is Blasphemous, which also has a collectible mechanic regarding obituaries of the deceased. And the way that some of those stories go, they would probably fit pretty well in this game.
How many puns?
No, Blasphemous takes itself far too seriously for that. But there's a few that go quite close to being worthy of, like, 2-sentence horror Reddit posts.
Now, if only the camera would actually let us look up.
If only there were some way using the D-pad, perhaps, to control the camera. But we'll never know. And there's a little bit pieces here. I think there's a gremlin hiding around here somewhere, and some concept art.
Ooh, yeah.
This is basically just a way to get yourself reintegrated with the more linear map design before we tackle Lonesome Manor itself, which will be in the next video.
They really did nail this off the concept art, too.
Oh yeah, they had a pretty solid idea for this going forward. Or going in, I should say.
Oh, what's this? A new type of sketch. Thank you, Neville.
I've never said that.
I mean, I have sometimes wondered, what I could do with the ability to just, like, lift and drop very heavy things, just randomly.
Would you still do it if there was, like, a 30-second cooldown between each time you summon them?
I don't know. Like, that might get me in trouble with the law. Like, if I could only drop one heavy thing, and I'd have to run away for 30 seconds, that would be pretty problematic.
And this is at this point I forgot that this is where you're actually supposed to get your first Anvil sketch. I accidentally sequence broke with poor Neville.
Well, I mean, the game seemed to have accounted for it, since it just triggered on whenever you got the first one.
Yeah, thankfully. Anyway, anvils are pretty useful. I would say the only major drawback when it comes to anvils is that, well, we'll see it in a second here. Anvils cause a huge ring of knockback to everything around it, including you. There is a way to circumvent that, but it requires some pretty precise timing.
Like, you drop it and then you jump or something?
Yeah. Actually, no, you have to time a spin attack, because it very briefly has invincibility frames. And of course, new enemy, new area means new costumes for the enemies.
Only natural.
Even the pirates have skeleton costumes. And of course, Anvil works on them just fine.
Very fine.
I like the top hats that the spatters have.
Dapper, angry spatters.
Yeah, this is also an example, albeit it happened off screen, that the spatters caused enough damage to the sweeper that it turned hostile again. Oh great, we have a CinemaSins marble lust over here. Someone who does not believe in suspension of disbelief.
So wait,
Yes.
we go into the manor and we have to go like through a 2D stage in order to get to the rest of the manor.
Yep. I mean, it is in lore. The projector screens exist as portals between areas.
Yeah, but this feels like they could have accomplished the same thing by having you, I don't know, walk through a door.
But then we wouldn't have this sweet level based on the Mad Doctor from 1933, which is also one of the 2 cartoons you can unlock and watch at any time from the extras menu. Because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you showed that one to us. It was kind of freaky, actually.
Yeah, it was very much the runaway brain of its time, in that it caused parents to angrily send messages to any projection house that showed the Mad Doctor because it frightened their children too much.
Yeah, I mean, like, he takes Pluto's shadow and he, like, snips it in half. Right there on screen.
I mean, it helps that the Mad Doctor communicates entirely through song. That does kind of break the tension.
Kind
A little
of.
bit. A tiny bit.
Anyway, so that was the intro to Bog Easy. Next time, we will be tackling Lonesome Manor. Lonesome Manor kind of has segmented level design. There's a bunch of smaller it's not very well connected in terms of architecture, but I still like it. It's a good time.
Yeah, like it.
Excellent atmosphere still continues from what we've seen so far.
Nailed it so far, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks like it might be fun.